Okay, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're looking at solving some quadratic equations, but by using the quadratic formula. So that's that over there, which you would have met at GCSE. So hopefully this is a nice quick recap and then we're good to move on. So for the first one, what we need to do is write down what A, B and C actually are. So A, remember, is the coefficient of the x squared, that's 1. B is the coefficient of x, so that's minus 2. And C is the constant term on the end, minus 13. And then all we do is plug it into that formula and it will give us our answers. So x is equal to, so minus b, so that's minus 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so that's minus 2 squared, take away 4 times by a, which is 1, times by c, which is minus 13, all over 2a, so that's just 2 lots of 1. We can go and simplify that down a little bit. Minus and minus 2 there is just going to give me a plus 2. Plus or minus square root of minus 2 squared is just 4. And then you've got minus 4 times by 1 is still minus 4. And then minus 4 times by minus 13. So that's going to give me a positive. So positive, and that's going to be 40, 52. So 52 in there. All over 2 times 1 is just 2. And so to get this, let's just plug this straight in the calculator. So we'll have 2 plus the square root of 4 plus 52 over 2. So my first answer as a third is 1 plus root 14, or as a decimal, we'll go to 3 significant figures, we'll say 4.74. And my second answer is 1 minus root 14, or as a decimal, 3 sig figs again, minus 2.74. And there we go, that's the first one done. Now let's have a look at number 2. Now what you'll see with number 2 is it's not all on one side, it's not equal to 0. So the first thing we need to do is rewrite it so it is equal to 0. So this here, I'm going to bring everything over to the left hand side. So 2x squared plus 5x minus 4 equals to 0. There we go. And now we can say that A equals 2, B equals 5, C equals minus 4. And so again, plug it straight into your formula. So you've got x is equal to minus, and then b is 5, plus or minus the square root of 5 squared, so b squared minus 4 lots of a, which is 2, times by c, which is minus 4, all over 2 lots of 2. We could simplify that down a little bit. So that would be minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared is 25. Minus 4 times by 2, that's minus 8. Minus 8 times by minus 4, that's going to be positive 32. And then all over 2 times 2 there, which is 4. So the first thing I'll type in is the positive version of that. So I'm typing in minus 5 plus square root of 25 plus 32 all over 4. And that comes out as something horrible. We've got minus 5 plus the root of 57 over 4. But to 3 sig figs, that's 0.637. Then what we'll do is type exactly the same thing in, but I'll use the minus version this time. That comes out as minus, and then 5 plus root 57 over 4. Notice the minus on the outside. The whole thing is negative there. And that becomes minus 3.14 to 3 significant figures. Now the last one, again, very similar to this one, it's not equal to 0. So what we need to do is take everything over to the left-hand side. So bring the 5x squared over here. We'll have just 1x squared left. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this. Bring that 3x over here as well, so minus 3x. And then we have 4 here, bring 10 over, so that's going to be minus 6 equals 0. And now we can go and solve that one too. So a is equal to 1, b b is equal to minus 3, c is equal to minus 6. Okay, so let's use some space. Let's go over here this time. So we have x is equal to minus, and then b is minus 3, plus or minus the square root of minus 3 squared. Take away 4 lots of 1 times by minus 6. There we go. All over, let's just draw this down here. All over 2 lots of a, so that's 2 lots of 1. There it is. Simplify the top a little bit, so x is equal to, that's going to be 3, plus or minus the square root of, minus 3 squared is 9, plus 4 times by 6 there, which is 24, over 2. And so let's start typing this in. So the first thing we type in, we'll have 3 plus the square root of 9 plus 24 over 2. And that comes out as a third, or in third form, that over there. To 3 sig figs, that's 4.37. And then we'll do the same thing, but change this to a minus sign now for our second answer. So we've got 3 minus square root 33 over 2. And to 3 sig figs, that's minus 1.37. And there it is. So all 3 quadratics there solved. Answers given as exact answers. So these here as exact answers, or rounded to 3 sig figs. So make sure you can get those. Okay, catch you in the next video.